Hey y'all, I'm Parker McCollum, and I just wanted to take a moment to show some love to our incredible military men and women. I've got family who have served, and I know firsthand the sacrifices that they make every single day to keep us safe and free. 100.3 The Bull is teaming up with Boots for Troops for 10,000 for the Troops, an incredible campaign where we send thousands of handwritten thank you cards to our active duty service members overseas. Houston, we need your help. Grab a pen, write a quick thank you note, and let's remind our heroes how much they mean to us. Cheers, y'all.
Well, that was country star and Conroe native Parker McCollum voicing his support for this year's 10,000 for the Troops, the annual letter writing campaign organized by 100.3 The Bull.
Yeah, sending a thank you card is a simple yet impactful way to salute our service members. And here with more on this year's effort is a friend of mine, Nick Russo, with 103 The Bull. Hey, welcome.
Thank you so much. Long time no see.
I know. We were catching Derek up. We're both from Corpus Christi, and radio careers, you're still doing so well with The Bull. This is such a great promotion. You guys have been doing it for 3 years now. What has been the impact, you think, from the community?
Well, you know, the beauty is hearing from the soldiers, and when you talk to veterans who served and they tell you how much the thank you card means, you know, it's easy to kind of let it go to the side, say, oh, what is a letter really going to do? But when you hear from their side, it's kind of counterintuitive, right? It's a very small gesture, but it all adds up. And then when they see that, it's a taste of home. It's a touch of home. There's thousands of miles from families. So I think the real core of it is the feeling that people get writing the letter and the knowing that the soldier is going to be really happy to receive it.
And I think that's a great point, Nick. You and I were chatting before the show about how we are all so busy and we're just trying to make ends meet and tread water to take care of ourselves. But to stop and actually do something so simple and pure for someone else, we actually get something back from that ourselves.
And I always say gratitude is contagious. And so if you can show that gratitude to them, they'll feel it. It's a feedback loop. You feel good about it, they feel good about it. And then when you do this over time, and like we said, this is our third year doing it, you start to develop a connection with these soldiers, and you know how many people are over there serving and they're away from their families. So it's just a gesture that we really love doing.
It really is a nice little circle that keeps on feeding that gratitude and spreading it. You guys are working with Boots for Troops, and they are tremendous. We've had them in talking about their crawfish festival. It's all about our servicemen and women. What's that partnership been like?
Well, you know, Jimmy Rogers and Lindsey Rogers are good friends of mine. I've been friends with them for almost 10 years now. And so to have this sort of kismet connection come together is just perfect, you know, and I love being able to tell the listeners that their thank you card goes into the greatest care package in the world. Like, it's not just a box that's going over. It's a pair of boots that they need and want that fit them perfectly, plus some other needs. They may have they like a magazine or a certain candy that they can't get. And this thank you card is going to go in that box. And so to know that a little piece of us goes in there is really, really special.
And we love the effort of Boots for Troops. It's often described as a little hug from home, from overseas, right? The goal is ambitious, 10,000 cards. Typically, you've been exceeding that goal. And so how do people get involved? Because getting a note into the hands of troops might be complicated for a lot of us. You've taken the guesswork out of it. You're asking people to drop those letters off at the station or mail them to you.
That's right. You can mail them to the radio station. We have drop-off boxes. We also have one at Mack Hike Chevy off I-10. You can drop them off there. Also, King Ranch Ag and Turf. There's several locations. On Saturday morning, 8 to 10, I'll be in Spring collecting them. So we're meeting the listeners out in their areas as well. So take some of that off. So you know, on a rainy day like today too, maybe take a little time out, get some downtime, you can write a card and come drop it off.
Yeah, and so many people have thank you cards. Like Derek, you had some thank you cards just available in your desk.
Yeah.
And we said, okay, we can use this. People have that at home. What do they write? What do you encourage people to, what kind of messages?
You know, I think thank you for your service is always the greatest starting place, at least on a brainstorm line, right? And then I like to put myself in the situation as best I can. I can't understand what it's like to serve, but if I were away from home and I got a letter from a random person, what would I want to hear? And I would want to know that I'm thought about, I'm cared about, prayed about, loved, appreciated. You know, just those fundamental needs that we all want to hear. You know, take that time to mean it and be present while you write the letter. It's really easy.
And our service members are making such an incredible sacrifice and just being away from home. A lot of us get homesick, right? Let's talk about some of the examples we have here in studio today. So some of our coworkers wrote thank you notes, and you also have this really cool printout on your website where people can print something out and then take it home to color it in. This one was done by producer Heather's 5-year-old son, 6-year-old son, Grayson.
You have to read that note. It's so sweet.
He says, I don't know what to say, but all that I want to say is I love you. From Grayson with an E. Our coworker Mariah's daughter, Kate, also did one, and it truly is lovely to see the community come together for this effort.
Yeah, we have some people that actually make cards, like they're arts and crafts, right?
Oh,
So
wow.
they sent in these. We've had a couple different people send in 100 cards. We had the Daughters of the Revolution send in 650 cards. We just had a pledge of a very large number, and we're just going to wait till we get them before we announce it. But we're getting close to the halfway mark, right? We're going to make it. Like I never doubt Houston coming to help the Bull when it's time to. When we come to ask, they always show up every time. So I have no qualm about getting to 10,000. It's about where we're going to put all the cards again, and then also we're going to help Boots for Troops have a year's worth probably.
That's amazing.
But yeah, these cards are like I said, these are another one of the handmade ones.
So pretty.
Just little notes,
So
and
pretty.
it's just short and sweet. Just a couple sentences goes a long way. So
When are you guys going to do that final count? When are you going to say, okay, this is how many we've collected? A big reveal, because I know once everyone's donating, they want to.
So we're going to do a card counting party on June 27th. It's a Houston holiday. It's also my birthday. And so it's going to be at Mac Hike Chevy in the morning. So we're asking everybody to get them into us before June 26th. So if you can get them in before June 26th, that's the key. Not postmarked by June 26th, in the mail and on the way.
Got it.
Okay, that's his birthday request.
That's it.
Early birthday request. And thank you for bringing these examples because it just reminds us it can be homemade, store-bought, whatever you think. Just write those cards with the lug. There is the info right there on your screen.
Okay, Nick Russo, thanks so much for dropping by. And we have put a link to learn more about the Bulls, 10,000 for the troops, on our website, HoustonLife.tv. And a reminder, you want to listen to Nick this afternoon, 3 p.m. That's 100.3 The Bull.
Good stuff, Nick.
Thank you
Russo.
so much.
Thanks so much. Fantastic effort.